Oh, let's fucking go. Woo! Come on, baby. YouTube, what is up? We are back with another day, and today we got some sprints, some light snatches, and some bench press. So it should be a pretty fun and explosive day today. We just finished up with a plyometric series, which was basically just a 4-way hop. We're going forward, lateral, lateral, backwards for 4 sets of 10 yards there. Then we did our traditional sprint warm-up, which was a curved build-up today, some neon Deions to lengthen those hamstrings, get those legs straight, and feel bouncy off the ground, and then some single leg rapid plyos today. For our sprint work today, we got an acceleration-based day today, so we got some band-assisted 10-yard starts, and then we got some 20-yard XLs. Should be pretty fun. Let's go run fast. Let's get it. So to start today, we got these band-assisted 10-yard XLs. I mean, it's technically 11-yard XL because we can't start in the sensor, but for the first yard, we got this band pulling us, snapping us forward. I think I might have to get a kettlebell because I think this thing's gonna kind of snap forward just to hold us down. Then we're gonna XL through. I'm just trying to spice up these XLs. We got 3 to 5 here. Probably end up doing 4 like we do every single time. But let's rip. Ooh! 1429. I gotta go get a kettlebell to hold that plate down because we can get more of a slingshot there. Let's go. Oh yeah, now this is a setup. Let's freaking fly. Ooh! Sensors are being finicky today. Oh, there we go, 14994. It's being weird, it's not sensing the finish. Sometimes these arena gates kind of mess it up. It really does not like when I'm hooked up to the Bluetooth on the music as well as the arena gates. But let's do 3 more. Feeling pretty good today. Boom! There we go. That's more like it. 1444. Boom! Gosh dang it, I missed it again. What is going on with these sensors here? All right, these sensors are gonna be the death of me after 15 minutes of adjusting them. Hopefully they work now. We got 2 more reps here. Let's go. Boom! Now we're cooking. 1439. It was giving me the same number twice in a row last time. I was wondering if I was missing it, and I think it was because that did not feel the fastest of the reps that I've had so far. Let's get a couple more here. Boom! 1441. Let's hit our last one here. Oh! 1447. All right, that's pretty consistent there. Let's put these sensors back, run these 20-yard dashes. There's really nothing more that pisses me off than sensors and technology equipment not working. These arena gates, just like half the time, totally shit out of me. I shouldn't say half the time. I'd say 80 to 90% of the time they've been good. In the last 4 weeks, they've been phenomenal. And then just randomly, they'll just completely shit out. And it drives me absolutely berserk because there's no reason it should shit out. Between this and my jump mat, man, it has costed me 10 years of my life being stressed out. But we got these 20-yard dashes here, 20-yard XLs. We got a 1-yard buildup, so technically a 21-yard XL. Just because I don't trust these things to start in sensor, they're not very good at that. I think our old record to beat is like a 263, so we're gonna try and cook that today and get after it. Let's go. 3 of these. Oh! Not a bad start, 2658. We got 2 more of these. Being pissed off about the sensors made me think I was saying nothing pisses me off more. The one thing that pisses me off more than sensors is I was watching this YouTube video of like a very prominent coach in the field coaching a 12-year-old do skips. And while this 12-year-old's doing skips, this coach did the notorious coach's eye. You know the thing where they like just sit there and they stare at like a specific movement or stare at your feet while they're walking with their clipboard and they pretend like they're doing something or like fucking studying something, man. There's nothing that pisses me off more. It is such a clown show when coaches do that, man. You're not looking at anything. You're not discovering anything by looking intensely at the ground. Like all you're doing is putting on a show, putting on a spectacle, pretending like you're doing something as a coach. You can see just fine, looking like a normal human, just like staring at something. And when you're coaching a 12-year-old, when you're coaching any athlete, like you're not gonna get anything from staring at that athlete's foot when they're doing an A skip in their warm-ups, sitting there like giving them minuscule cues pretending like you're doing something. Man, it is such a ego jerk off some of these coaches have, man. This dude, like, if you follow any of his stuff on Twitter, I really want to name call, but the only reason I don't name call on here is just because I do not want to deal with the drama. I think I'm past that in my life, unless it really does matter, and like the person actually needs to be called out by name. But I've done it before. It's just not worth the drama of going back and forth with that coach. But oh my God, some of the stuff that I see, it's from this coach and like these coaches in general, where they pretend like they have this magic coaching eye, that they are seeing something nobody else is seeing, and that they are that valuable, and like that look that they have when they're monitoring you as they're walking in that stupid little coaching shuffle. It's such an act, man. Any coach that is doing that to you, I'm telling you, it's an act. They're not seeing what they're telling you they're seeing. And if they are seeing it, dude, they can see it by just looking at you like a normal adult and just being like, hey, dude, get your knee up. Hey, dude, punch the ground a little bit more. The like inauthenticity from some of these coaches drives me absolutely wild. And that is just one of like, it's such the ultimate, I am super important, I have a skill set you don't have, you need me type thing of staring at the thing. And then to be able to be doing it with a 12-year-old man, what are we doing? So gross. It drives me absolutely insane. I'm gonna use that anger to run fast here. Let's hit a 2-5. Damn, 2.642. I thought that one was a little bit faster than it was. For how fast the flies are feeling right now, my acceleration work is kind of butt cheeks right now. We got to beat this in this last rep. Let's go. All right, final rep here. Let's rip. We got to fly. Oh, there we go. That one felt kind of slow, but it was 2.634, which I believe, hell yeah, it beat the old PR of 2.638. So definitely no room for error there. That's a massive 1,000th PR, 1,000th of a PR. We're gonna take that as a dub today. Let's get to some jumps. Now we're on the third round of our jumps here. The first thing we got is this double broad jump. Band assisted for the first one. Letting the band yeet us for the first one. Second one, we yeet off the band. Try to use that acceleration and hit the ground running. Let's go. Ooh! We'll take that, little baby win. 2 more here. Oh yeah! Rode that band much better on that one. Little micro win. 1 more here. Oh! Let's go. Way to end on a banger. Let's get to some vertical jumps here. All right, now we're just maxing out the hurdle. Pretty simple today. We let our athletes get after it today. The rite of passage is clearing the top part of this hurdle. I have yet to do it. Maybe today's the day. I kind of doubt it, but once we clear the top of this hurdle, that's like Operation Sub 1. That's a pretty sickening vertical. Only a couple guys at our gym have done it. I think we have like 5 or 6 guys at the gym that have done it, and I want to be one of them. Let's go. Okay. Just so we're clear, I cleared that like 3 times as a warm-up jump. That was unathletic. I'm so sorry. That doesn't count. Restart. Ooh! Let's go. Going right below the logo here. This is gonna be our next rite of passage, right below that logo. This got to be close to a PR here. Oh! Let's go. All right, we're going top of logo here. If we get this, for sure a PR. No way it's not. And then we'll just send it. We'll send it to the absolute badge of honor. Let's go. Oh, let's fucking go. Woo! That one didn't even feel that clean. All right, to join the select few. It's right at that shoulder point. This would be sickening. Not at the trap point, because traps are fucking huge right now. We're gonna clear this. Let's go. Oh, we got that. Come on. I will fucking yeet myself in the ground to get this. Let's go. Come on. Doing a good job of carrying that momentum. Just not getting up enough. The butt is hitting. The butt is hitting. Gotta get that taint up. Gotta have some taint squeezes here. Let's get it. Fuck! 1 more attempt. 1 more. Let's go. Oh, let's fucking go. Woo! Come on, baby. All right, pretty proud of that. That's pretty sick. That's the first time I've done that, and I've tried to do that multiple times throughout my training careers to get that. So the fact that we finally got it, joined the select group of elite athletes at the gym, pretty sickening. Now we got 3 sets of 3 hang snatches here at 165, pretty light here. Then we got some bench press and some push press to finish up the workout. I got in a tiny, just two comment debates on Angus Bradley's cardio post he had today, not with Angus, with some dude that was just commenting. Another athlete commented that he was doing 6 hours a week of like 1 hour incline walks and how it's like improved his health. And this guy commented that like walking doesn't count as cardio and it's not gonna help your health or fitness unless you're completely inactive. And if you know me by now, I really do believe unless you're really a hybrid athlete or like an endurance athlete and like running is super important to you, I think the whole cardio zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 talk is just kind of fucking worthless. I think it's stupid. I mean, there's so many better ways to actually go about cardio. This is nothing about Angus talking about these things. He works with plenty of hybrid athletes in that regard. This is more at the person commenting this. I just think cardio just opens up the world to so many stupid arguments and so many pointless arguments when you can just get in shape doing so many better things than all the nuance people talk about. And again, this is not talking about hybrid and endurance athletes. That's a totally different thing. I work with team sport athletes for the most part, or just meatheads in general. But to say 6 hours of walking a week doesn't improve your cardiovascular system and doesn't improve your health or fitness, when most people are not doing 6 hours of activity in general during a week, is a fucking wild argument. And this isn't to insult the guy at all, but like looking at the guy, it's like, you're also not doing 6 hours of walking a week. I can tell just by looking at you. To demonize any form of cardio, demonize any sort of fitness, to say it's not doing enough, is so fucking dumb, especially when it comes to walking. Walking is one of the most powerful fitness tools we have as human beings. It's one of the few things every single person can do and every single person should do. The most elite level athletes to the most out of shape person in the world should be walking and should be emphasizing walking and emphasizing how many steps they take. It improves your fitness, it improves your health, it makes you feel better, it makes you recover faster. And I think the more we talk about all these zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, the more we confuse all this bullshit. Just fucking, if you're walking, if you're hitting your 10,000 steps, you're gonna be a significantly healthier athlete than if you're not hitting your 10,000 steps. And a significantly healthier human than if you're not hitting 10,000 steps. If you're not walking this 6 hours, especially on an incline like this guy was talking. And again, this guy was pretty respectful. He wasn't coming at anything. It was just more so the premise of the argument that so many people have of like, that's not cardio, that doesn't count as cardio. You need to be doing a assault bike at this amount of heart rate at this interval. It's like, no the fuck you don't, I promise you don't. We get athletes in shape all the time, not once hopping on a bike, not once hopping on a rower, not once worrying about heart rate or zone 1, zone 2, or zone 3. Don't overcomplicate those things, especially if you're a team sport athlete. Again, you're a hybrid athlete, you're an endurance athlete that actually has to go reach the endurance goals. It's the same thing as me telling you not to squat if you're like a powerlifting athlete. It's a part of your sport and it does matter. I just think so many athletes that it doesn't matter for get really lost in these thought processes because coaches way overemphasize the bullshit. And again, it just turns into a number plugging game for them, and that's why coaches love it. But moral of the story, walking is one of the most go-to things you can do. Anybody that demonizes walking or says it's not important or doesn't matter, is not gonna improve your health, doesn't know anything, doesn't know the first thing about health. It's a stupid argument. Let's get these reps here. Oh my God, the hat is stuck in my hair. Ow, it's ripping my hair. Just washed my hair today too and getting it ripped out. That's an L. 2 more sets. Third and final set here. We're going without the hat because the hair's looking fluffy today anyways, and it keeps getting in the way. Let's rip. Oh yeah, let's go. Get to some bench. All right, now we're building up to a heavy set of 3 here on this cambered bar bench. This is one of my favorite bars to bench with. Makes you stabilize like a motherfucker and makes you feel like a man. Let's get it. Woo! Sketchy. All right, second set here, and we're gonna do a little bit of an old man rant today, and this one might be a little bit of a hot take, but nobody, for pretty much any reason, should be skipping training. In the world of like this fucking hyper recovery, hyper microdose, hyper feel good all the time training model and philosophy that is pushed on so many of these athletes. And it's like high school to college age athletes that it's already tough for them mentally to get into the gym. It's already tough for them mentally to put in the work that needs to be put in. And we back up the resistance that every single one of us has to put in hard work. There's already resistance every single time we want to go work hard. Whether you enjoy it, whether you love it, whether you know it's for something deeper, there's always just that little bitch voice in your head, that little bit of resistance that says you don't have to, you shouldn't, you should do something different today, you should take today off, you don't feel that great. And that voice is in every single one of us. And it's already hard enough to fight by itself, but most people can get over that voice and show up and fight through it, and then once they're there, they are good to grind and they are good to get the work in that they can get done that day. And when they're done with that, when they beat that resistance, when they beat that voice in their head, they feel so much better about themselves, they feel so much better about their lives, they know they did what they were supposed to do, they feel fulfilled, whether they got a ton of work done that day or it was a day where they went through the motions, they showed up and they showed up for themselves and they proved to themselves they were somebody that shows up, which in this day and age, when you can prove to yourself that you are somebody that shows up, you will feel so much better about yourself than everybody else that doesn't do that. In that day and age, we are telling people that they should sleep in. We are telling people that recovery is more important than the work, and that they shouldn't push their bodies too hard. That sleep is the most optimal thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, regardless of all the science behind it, like you are taking one piece, one study, one piece of the physiological human organism and you're ignoring everything else and saying sleep is the most important thing. And all you're doing is reaffirming that resistance in them. I've had so many athletes that they have one night of bad sleep, so they don't show up on Monday. You know what happens when they don't show up on Monday? I wish I had the stats on this. But the percentage of athletes that don't show up on Monday, that also don't show up on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday that week, or let that cascade into skipping multiple Mondays in a row, or let that cascade into skipping multiple weeks of training in a row, especially when they're not required to be here, when you're in the private sector and you just have people wanting to better their lives, and you break them out of that routine because you tricked them into thinking it was more important to sleep, more important to recover than to show up, more important to sleep than to prove to themselves they are somebody that shows up. In a day and age that not very many people are very good at showing up for themselves, and we don't have very many environments where they can prove to themselves that they are somebody that shows up for themselves. In that day and age, you're taking that one recovery study and putting it above everything else. And it's such bullshit, man. It sets that athlete up into such a inconsistent schedule. It gives them data points that shows them that they don't have to show up, that they aren't somebody that shows up. And that one day that they slept in turns into 3 or 4 workouts that they miss because you wanted to be the coach that was science-based. You wanted to be the coach on Instagram that told them how important their whoop score was. And again, regardless of physiologically if it's true or not, you have to look at the whole puzzle piece of what that does to that athlete and what that tells athlete and what that tells that athlete and what that message actually does. It has nothing to do with the physiological recovery piece. If that athlete shows up on a bad night of sleep and I see that they're not able to put in a ton of work, you know what we do? They still show up. We don't put in a ton of work that day. And then the next day we get after it. And because they showed up on Monday, on a day when they fought that resistance, when they fought the ability to not sleep in, they fought that voice that told them to sleep in, the next day when they do sleep well, they actually show up and they don't let it cascade into multiple workouts, into becoming somebody that proves to themselves that they are somebody that doesn't show up for themselves. It's just so unbelievably frustrating, the amount of athletes that come to me when I tell them, like, I don't give a fuck about your sleep, you still have to show up. And they're like, well, what about this study? What about this? What about my whoop score? What about this? I just didn't feel good. It's like, okay, you didn't feel good on that Monday, and then you didn't show up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's like, man, you're just lying to yourself, and not even lying to yourself, you're being lied to. I just am so against that philosophy, and I think it's just so narrow-minded. 30 minutes of extra sleep, 30 minutes of sleeping in, and that's what it is for most of these athletes, because they still have things at 8 a.m., right? Like, they still have things at 9 a.m. Sleeping in for those 30, it's not like they sleep in until noon that day. They still have to wake up, so they sleep in 30 more minutes and they skip that entire workout, and then they have the cascading effect of not showing up to multiple workouts because they got 30 more minutes of sleep because you told them their whoop score was more important than the work that they put in or showing up for themselves. And I just think it's utter bullshit, and we're lying to ourselves. No amount of sleep is worth skipping a workout for. No amount of recovery is worth not proving to yourself you're somebody that shows up. Again, we can adjust on the back end of the workout, or we can make that workout lighter for you, but just show the fuck up. That's all that matters. I promise you will live a much more fulfilled life. You will have a much better training results, and you will feel so much better about yourself if you just show up on the days that it's hard to show up for, and you're not gonna let it cascade into multiple workouts in a time that you skipped. So don't listen to your whoop score. Listen to me, and listen to the bro science I'm spewing here. Let's get this rep here, let's go. Let's go, one more set there. All right, last set here. Gonna be a little bit of a send. Let's rip it. Boo. Come on. Boo. Oh, we're gonna have to cluster that. Holy fuck. 2 rep max there. Woo, a little break. We'll hit our third one. Ah, let's fucking go. We got some push press to finish the workout up. Let's go. All right, we got our final set of these push presses here. We had 3 sets of 3 here, 4 sets of 8. Lateral raises, not showing those because I didn't realize how late it was for league here, but we're gonna finish these up and get out of here. Let's go. Ooh. 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 Let's go. That's a freaking day. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping the wood.